board. I'm a new parent in Beaumont. Our daughter just turned 3, school age a couple of months ago, and she was diagnosed with mild to moderate autism. And we've gone through and requested a certain type of services because she's delayed in speech and language and so forth, and therefore she was evaluated by the school psychologist as well as the speech and language pathologist. And we had some disagreements as to type of services or any type of assistance she can get, what's most appropriate for her to Beaumont Unified School District. And we went through an IEP hearing and IEP meeting, and we didn't come to a conclusion of what's appropriate for our daughter. And we met with the special education director, Dr. Tibbetts, and as a result, we met up after the IEP. And during the meeting, prior to the meeting, all parties were noticed. We recorded our meeting when we had with Dr. Tibbetts, the speech and language pathologist, as well as the school psychologist. And our experience in the special education realm, Beaumont Unified School District, so far has not been second to none, unfortunately. I'm hoping that will come to be true with our experience when it comes to our daughter. Now, I'm going to share with you folks and everyone else that when we stepped out of the meeting, we need to keep in mind that the recordings on both sides were still going on. And while we stepped out, comments were made, decisions were made without full disclosures of what we were looking to have provided for our daughter with regards to her special needs. Comments were made that I want to share with you that I think are very important. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and play this part. This is as we just stepped out of the meeting.
Thank you.
A little hard to hear on this unless I've got a better speaker system, but we've got transcripts and everything. First comment that was made by our special education director regarding our meeting was they had a pisser. And further comments were made about us and that we don't know what we're asking for and so forth, which really was out of line. And decision was made by the special education director that he's not going to give us anything that we want. Or whatever we want. Whatever we want, he's not going to give it to us. We have all that on the tape, and it's unfortunate that our experience so far has been this. Thank you.
Our next speaker, Peter Apple.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I work for Educate Advocate, and as I explained last time, the Montagamis brought us into this. So the district has filed for a due process hearing against the family to defend their evaluation, which is very inadequate. And so we are on our way to a hearing. It was continued to the beginning of August, and mediation is on the 29th. We'll probably find an appropriate attorney and you'll get the notice of representation probably at the beginning of August, because you got to get it 10 days before the hearing. All of this, the crazy thing in all of this is that the hearing is going to cost several $1,000s. You already spent about $1,000 violating the Public Records Act by refusing to produce the records that you were supposed to produce, and in the end had to produce them. Several $1,000s that seems to be in line for the hearing. If you win the hearing, you'll still be behind, after all that money, and it doesn't prove that you have provided faith. The tape indicates that you already made up your mind not to give the kid what she needs, whatever we may say, because we haven't said it yet. So all of this, thousands of dollars, they intend to spend just to show that they're boss. What this family wants to actually cause this kid to succeed is maybe several $1,000s worth of services tops. Now the thing is, this is a mild to moderate autistic girl. If she gets the proper services now, she'll be in general ed, and she won't cost you any money. This is just the concept of paying your credit card in full. But it is so much more important to spend a few $1,000 to show who's boss and that this kid is not going to get what she needs. Now, this is not a good use of the taxpayers' money. We will go there if Mr. Cayrell, Dr. Cayrell, and Dr. Tibbetts want to go that way. We'll go to the hearing, we'll do the whole thing. We have a 2-day hearing scheduled. But why do you want to do this? It just doesn't make any sense to me.